Tout est possible. Vive la République!
Vive la République! Et vive la France!
On April 24th, the French people will decide whether to re-elect centrist President Emmanuel Macron or far-right Marine Le Pen. Here's where the candidates stand on three major issues: the economy, Europe, and the Western alliance. First up, the economy. Marine Le Pen advocates for a big spending protectionist government. The far-right candidate wants to implement a buy French policy for public tenders, cut the minimum retirement age to 60 for those who started work before 20, and scrap income tax for those aged under 30.
Et donc, j'ai évidemment, dès que je suis entré en campagne, intégré dans mon projet présidentiel de restituer aux Français 150 à 200 € en moyenne par mois et par ménage. Parce que je vois bien qu'ils n'arrivent plus à s'en sortir, y compris d'ailleurs les classes moyennes qui aujourd'hui n'arrivent plus à s'en sortir. Donc...
On the other side, Macron follows the, quote, neither left nor right motto. The French leader plans to double down on supply-side reforms he has implemented during his first mandate. The main plank of his manifesto is to increase the minimum pension age to 65 from 62.
La seule marche qu'on a, c'est de travailler plus longtemps. Mais il faut le faire de manière intelligente. Alors,
although Le Pen has abandoned earlier plans to leave the euro, she has pledged to cut contributions to European Union coffers. She insists French law should prevail over EU rules and says she wants, eventually, to replace the EU with a, quote, Europe of nations. She has yet to spell out what this would look like. Le Pen would also employ thousands more customs agents to check goods entering France, including from other EU countries. Analysts say that would undermine the single market. In contrast, Macron is an ardent Europhile. He would continue to push for what he calls Europe's strategic autonomy in defence, technology, agriculture and energy. Macron has worked to reduce the bloc's dependence on other powers and sought to reorient the EU towards a more protectionist stance. He is likely to push for more regulation of US tech giants and has said he wanted to create a European metaverse to compete with Facebook's.
Je veux une France qui s'inscrit dans une Europe forte, continue de nouer des alliances avec les grandes démocraties pour se défendre. Pas d'une France qui, sortie de l'Europe, n'aurait pour seuls alliés que l'internationale des populistes et des xénophobes. Ce n'est pas nous.
And finally, the Western alliance. Le Pen wants to pull France out of transatlantic military alliance NATO's integrated command. Opponents accuse her of being too close to Moscow. She has condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine, but says Moscow could be an ally again post-war. In an interview with Reuters, she said she would pursue a foreign policy at equal distance from Washington and Moscow.
Ne cherchez pas à essayer de me mettre dans une case parce qu'en réalité, je ne rentre dans aucune case. Je suis une patriote. Donc je fais ce qui est nécessaire pour qu'en même temps le peuple français soit prospère, en sécurité, heureux, confiant dans l'avenir. Et cela grâce aussi à la préservation de la souveraineté nationale parce que toutes les crises qui ont eu lieu, en fait, ont démontré que nous avons d'énormes failles, d'énormes faiblesses dans le domaine de notre souveraineté.
Macron has also ruffled NATO's feathers, describing it as, quote, brain dead back in 2019. He has since said the Russian invasion of Ukraine had, quote, jolted it back to life. He wants to make Europeans less dependent on the US military for security and has pushed the EU to focus more on the Indo-Pacific and China's rising influence in the region.